Now, there it is. We are so pleased to be joined on the phone by the head coach of the humble Atascocita Eagles. It is Coach Craig Stump. Coach Stump, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
We are doing excellent. Congratulations on your big win last week over Klein Collins. I imagine that it's a sense of relief to get past a really good Klein Collins team, but no rest for the weary for you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Going into it, talking with the head coach from Klein Collins, it's 2 9-1 teams playing in the first round, and there was a few of those kind of games throughout the state. So, we both felt like it was going to be hard for either team. After what you did through the season, to somebody had to get out in the first round. So, yeah, the kids played really well, and in the playoffs, you gotta get back up again. So that's the way it is.
There's no rest for you guys, but of course it must be very comforting to know that whenever you need a big play, you can turn to your quarterback. Davion Boyd has just been tremendous this year. You're a guy who knows a little something about being a quarterback. When you watch Davion Boyd play, what do you see that sets him apart?
Well, there's two things. His ability to process and anticipate. He just has that ability to see a defender's angle and anticipate, where his receiver's going and put the ball where it needs to be put. Also, on fade routes and things like that, he can locate that ball. With two tall receivers, and he can put it on the back shoulder, or he knows when to lead them, or just put it up and let them go get it. And the other thing is, with a spread offense, the ability to catch the snap and get the ball out on the quick screens or the bubbles or the slit screens. He is not only gets it out quick, but he's accurate with it, so the receiver catches it on the run. And in a spread offense, it's just another running play. But if you have to wait to catch the ball or fumble the ball around and get it out there late, the defense can react better. So his anticipation and the ability to get the ball quickly out and accurate.
Speaking of wide receivers, you guys have a rare luxury. You've got really two go-to guys in Niall Campbell and Coy Fairman, but it seems like your wide receiver core goes 3, 4, maybe even 5 deep. For you as a coach, when you're out there calling plays, I imagine it's pretty comforting to know that you've got at least 2 and maybe as many as 5 guys that you feel comfortable throwing the ball to.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they all catch the ball really well. One of the best things they do is they all block for one another really well. But it does put a strain on the defense. If you want to kind of roll to Niall Campbell and Coy Fairman on the other side, one-on-one is a 6'3" kid, Alan Smith, that was a starter on the basketball team. It's a really good basketball team, so he's very athletic, and he can hurt people also one-on-one. So combining that with a big running back, Patrick Taylor, that's 210 pounds, you're right. It's fun to call plays.
Yeah, and I imagine, we're talking with Craig Stump, the head coach of the humble Atascocita Eagles here on DCTF Live, and I imagine that you have to fight the, impression across the state and kind of across football that just because you're a spread offense, it means that you throw the ball over the place. You got a heck of a running back as well in Patrick Taylor. Can you tell us how important it is to establish the run, even though you've got a great quarterback back there?
Yeah, it's very important, especially, this time of year, and really any time, but this time of year especially. You have to be able to stop the run. You got to be able to run the ball to win. And you're a spread offense, but there's points in the game, if you're ahead and you're trying to run the clock out, you got to be able to run the ball. And which means your wideouts have to be willing to block, because you can't just always be between the tackles if you're a spread offense. You need to be able to run the ball outside, which means your wideouts got to block. So having him back there, healthy now, he's a big punishing runner that over the course of the game, you spread people out really to run the ball a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. We're talking with Craig Stump, the head coach of the Atascocita Eagles here on DCTF Live. Get involved in the conversation, #DCTF Live. Coach, your defense has kind of had this bend, don't break mentality all year long, and it seems like every time you guys need the big defensive play, it seems like you've got a number of guys who can step up back there.
Yeah, we don't play a lot of man coverage. Like to play zone, like to keep it in front of us, and stopping the run. I think last week with Klein Collins is something that we do well. We've shown we're a lot better at stopping the run than we have been the past, so to speak. But they have made a lot of plays. One of our corners gets 7 interceptions, so we have 2 good tackles and a player of the year, district player of the year, Jackson Reed at defensive end. So you're right. There's a lot of seniors on that side, and they've been playing really well.
I don't want you to give away your game plan, but you've got a game this week against a team in Round Rock Cedar Ridge that seems to have more than enough stomach for the fight. A younger program that has really burst onto the scene. When you've been watching film and you've been kind of devising your game plan for Cedar Ridge, what have you seen from the Raiders?
Well, what I've seen is, they take care of the ball on offense. The quarterback is a bigger kid, maybe 6 foot, but he's 200 pounds. He's a tough kid, tough competitor. He's accurate with the ball. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards. And quite a few touchdowns and not many interceptions. So they take care of the ball. They have a couple wide receivers that they can get it to. And defensively, they're athletic in a lot of spots. And they do some stunting up front. Their corners are tall. So, what I see is I think they're an athletic team that has really good team speed.
He is Craig Stump. He is a very good Aggie and the head coach of the Humble Atascocita Eagles. Coach, thanks so much for jumping on with us. Best of luck this weekend, and let's plan on seeing each other at NRG Stadium.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all.
There he goes, Craig Stump.